My name is Jeff Waka. I am the Chief Financial Officer at St. John Bosco High School.
My name is Christian Delarkin. I serve as principal here at St. John Bosco High School.
They were very honest with everything. They answered every question that we asked. They didn't try to subvert anything. The analysis they did on our system, the evaluation, was just absolutely incredible, especially compared to the other two companies. The other two companies didn't even look at our system. AIS sent a team of technicians in and ran reports and ran analysis on our systems to find out where our weaknesses, where our strengths were. It really impressed me and the staff, and this is why we went with AIS.
One, the team was really responsive. I felt like they were really honest with us. Didn't feel like we were being pitched, and it didn't feel like just a dry sales thing. It was really, what do you need, as a school? So they helped assess what our needs were, and that was a really great process, and it was just comfortable.
When you're using an in-house IT, you are limited in resources in several ways, at least from my perspective. The system was down constantly. I could honestly say daily. Either the voice-over system, the phones were down, or the email would be down, or just the server in general would be down. It was every day, and every day there was a crisis, and there was some type of IT crisis. It was pretty miserable, to be honest with you.
The onboarding process we were worried because we were moving from having an on-site staff here, right, several members, to having a staff that was remote. And so, culturally we're not sure, how's this gonna work? And from day one, it was seamless. We could call and we would get an immediate response. And I would say sometimes those responses were quicker than what we could have from having on-site staff. The support was great, the transition was great. AIS was able to come and be present and introduce themselves, introduce how to use them, and really move things forward. So it was great. I couldn't ask for a better transition.
It was incredible. Within the first 10 days of AIS taking over managing our IT services, our downtime ceased. Our email was up all the time. Our phones worked all the time. Our internet was up all the time. It was like a little slice of heaven for once. So, we expected the onboarding to be difficult, and AIS did everything they could to make sure it wasn't. First off, it made us feel like we had definitely made the right decision. We fully expected to have a lot of problems, and the fact that we didn't was, I think it's a testament to how well AIS works behind the scenes.
Now we're able to start talking about the long term. Now we're able to start talking about strategy rather than work on a day-to-day and what's the next problem. So I think we've been moving from a reactive approach in IT to a proactive, right? And so it's really nice to be able to say, all right, let's talk about our roadmap, right? AIS has this roadmap that they create for you, and that's really nice to be able to have someone, that is working on that, and that's their focus. And at the same time, maintain the day-to-day operations.
In my experience of working with managed IT services outsourcing, AIS is by far the gold standard, at least in my book. You're not just hiring one or two people, you're hiring the entire company. So if you have a specific project that needs specific technical expertise, they have somebody on staff that can handle it. We do have the core group of people that work with us all the time. But when we have a special project come up, for example, we had a computer lab installed, and they were pretty awesome in helping getting that up and running. It's something we hadn't done before. We had a donor give some money for a computer lab. They were really good at helping doing the layout, doing the planning, what we needed for equipment in there. We have found that using AIS, we really basically have a staff of 50 on our IT department. It's the best decision you'll make as a business person.
Again, you don't want to end your school year and say, I wish we could have done that, right? And so by being able to make this change, I know I share this feeling with the rest of the admin team here is, we're able to graduate our students, say, you know what, they're going to be okay. And we just opened up a new program, computer science program, and AIS was definitely helpful in launching that program this year. And I feel like in its first year, we're seeing you know, students graduate and just from having one class, you know, guys are like, I want to major in computer science, I want to, you know, I want to take over the world, all that kind of good stuff. But they're able to do things that we know they should be able to do, but now they're able to do it at Bosco, you know, and so it's just really cool to see that.